Kelly Corrigan's 2014 memoir, titled Glitter and Glue, delves into the concept of acceptance as a key to a complex range of emotions. When Corrigan was an assertive teenager, her mother encapsulated their family dynamic, stating, "Your father's the glitter, but I'm the glue." At that time, the allure of glitter captivated the young Corrigan, as she admired her father's unyielding optimism and unwavering enthusiasm. However, a pivotal shift occurs when Corrigan becomes an inadvertent surrogate mother to the children of John Tanner, who was recently widowed. Through this experience, she begins to appreciate the significance of the unglamorous yet vital glue required to bind a family together. Reflecting on her journey, Corrigan recalls, "It didn't happen all at once. But I know when it started, 20 years ago, in the home of Ellen Tanner, a woman I never met." Before delving into her past interactions with the grieving Tanners and the profound insights they offered about her own mother, Corrigan sets the stage by describing her present circumstances. Now married with 2 daughters, she has emerged victorious from a battle with breast cancer at the age of 36. However, 2 years later, concerns over suspicious growths prompt her doctor to recommend ovary removal. This news prompts a newfound yearning to connect with her mother, Mary. While Corrigan has often felt a closer affinity to her carefree father, she recognizes that his boundless optimism is inadequate to address her sudden anxiety. Instead, she craves her mother's pragmatic, no-nonsense advice. Soon, Mary boards a plane to San Francisco to provide support during Corrigan's surgery. Transporting the narrative back to Corrigan's childhood in 1970s Philadelphia, she fondly remembers her father George, an affable salesman and former lacrosse star. In contrast, her stern Catholic mother seemed too preoccupied for frivolities and too down-to-earth for indulgence. Corrigan recalls a specific Christmas when she requested magenta moon boots, only for her mother to opt for a copy of the New Testament instead. While Mary may not have been effusive with affection or tender words, her approach to motherhood appeared more like a dedicated job than an exuberant joy. Her attention toward her children revolved mainly around imposing rules and meting out disciplinary actions. An illustrative incident involves the teenage Kelly being caught shoplifting, resulting in her mother's forceful slap that drew blood. Corrigan reflects that her transition from childhood into a more mature phase marked the beginning of an adversarial but functional dynamic with her mother. These childhood memories are gradually woven into the central narrative of the memoir, which revolves around Corrigan's time living with the Tanner family in Australia. In 1992, shortly after graduating from college, Corrigan adopts the motto "Things happen when you leave the house." Driven by a desire to become an interesting person, she embarks on a backpacking journey with her friend Tracy, spanning South Asia and Australia. While her enthusiastic father George supports the adventure, her pragmatic mother Mary advises her to secure a job and health insurance instead. Ultimately, Corrigan's inclination for excitement prevails, leading her to embark on her odyssey. However, as their finances dwindle in Australia, the two friends must seek employment. Corrigan takes up a nanny position for the Tanner family, looking after their 5-year-old son, Martin, and 8-year-old daughter, Millie. Moving across the globe in pursuit of new experiences, Corrigan finds herself settling into suburban life in Sydney. John Tanner, a flight attendant, spends much of his time away from home, while his wife, Ellen, passed away 6 months prior due to breast cancer. Corrigan enters a household marked by months of grief-induced neglect, with little preparation and no formal introduction to her young charges. While Martin eagerly embraces Corrigan's presence as a nurturing figure, Millie, still grappling with her mother's loss, rebuffs Corrigan's attempts at connection. Pops, Ellen's father, resides in the house as well, quietly tending to household tasks and retreating to his room. The family unit is completed by Evan, Ellen's elder son, from a previous marriage. On her initial day at work, once the children are dropped off at school, Corrigan finds herself in a state of uncertainty. John Tanner, somewhat distant and preoccupied, hasn't offered much guidance. However, to her surprise, her mother's words gradually surface in her mind, as if Mary Corrigan were right there beside her, softly imparting advice. During dinner, when the children prove unruly and reject the sandwiches John has prepared, he quickly gives in to their demands for ice cream. In response, Mary's judgment echoes in Corrigan's thoughts, "Someone needs a little backbone," as if whispered by her mother. This pattern persists as Corrigan navigates this new venture into motherhood. Whenever she encounters a hurdle, the once dismissed guidance from her mother becomes a saving grace. From tending to sick children to properly cutting meat, Corrigan realizes that her mother's sure-footed wisdom has paved the way for her. As the weeks pass, she gradually restores order to the Tanners' daily routines. Martin's yearning for small gestures of maternal care proves simple to fulfill. With Evan, only a few years her junior, Corrigan embraces chess games and enjoys an innocent flirtation. However, Millie remains distant. While Corrigan attempts to win her affection, her investment in the child's emotional well-being deepens. Witnessing Millie's true happiness during a dance class, Corrigan recognizes and registers the child's joy. In that moment, she comprehends that her seemingly unemotional mother might have always appeared exhausted not because she was doing so much, but because she was feeling so much. Upon departing from the Tanners' home after 5 months, Corrigan hasn't replaced their lost mother figure. Yet, she has provided the much-needed glue that held them together when they were coming undone. Years later, now a mother herself and facing the fear that her own battle with cancer might destabilize her family, Corrigan gratefully draws upon her mother's wisdom once again. While she continues to hold her father's life-eater approach in high regard, she has come to see her mother's steadfast competence as vital for navigating the intricacies of everyday family life. In encapsulating her mother and the essence of her memoir, Corrigan asserts, "She's not one for displays of affection, not one to linger if I were to express, you're remarkable." Thus, I subtly included her within this 300-page love letter for all to see. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.